Hello everybody and welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. We are currently in round 2 of the group stage. Currently people are getting eliminated if by the end of round 2 they do not have 9 or more points. So coming in first and second is going to be a guaranteed. They can stay in the tournament. Third and fourth, though, depending on how they did previously, you can get people eliminated. Definitely a little risky. I appreciate everybody playing, though, and seriously, even for those who are eliminated, I have much love for you being willing to come and entertain us. Miranda, I see you in chat. Seriously, great job today. That game was a giant patootie, but I mean, it also had some kind of redeemable stuff with it. I love video game prototypes. I find them so fascinating. Oftentimes they commit design crimes, and that's fine. That's how it goes. Well, Crappy, it is time for us to reveal the second game, so please take us over to the reveal and watch out for that tree. Crappy, are you really not going to show us? Come on, I even rendered the video. I made the video. Are you not going to? Okay, let's try this again, Crappy. There you go. Okay, well, thank you very much, Crappy, for taking us to the reveal. Who could potentially be our GM? Well, I feel like we have another call from the wild. However, it's not in the form of a game per se, but in form of a GM. Very wolf-like. It is DoWolf. DoWolf, come and chat with us. Let's find out what game you have. Hello there, DoWolf.
Hey, Rosetta. How goes it?
Oh, pretty dang well. I'm honestly very excited about this game because I played through it myself.
Oh, it is going to be a treat. Yeah, so I've not gotten to do much GMing this year so far. Been super busy with work and super stressed and all that fun stuff. But you know what helps me when I'm feeling super stressed?
What?
Puppers!
Yeah.
So we're playing Doronko Wanko, or Mud Puppy, for the PC. And it is going to be incredible.
Yes, this game is actually available for free on Steam, and the players are going to cause a little bit of chaos running around as a puppy. Whoever manages to cause the most chaos may be the victor today. How many points do the players have going into this match, by the way?
This is a 10-point match, so nobody is going to be eliminated by puppers, which I think is appropriate for puppies. Puppies should not be killing anyone. That would be a very unpuppy-like thing to do.
That's really interesting. Honestly, I feel like we haven't really had a game quite like this before in Kusogrand8. And this was made by Bandai Namco, released for free. Again, I personally feel that this is a quote-unquote good game that is much sillier than your normal fare when it comes to Kusogrand8, and I enjoy silly.
Yeah, this is absolutely in the silly camp. But it is just such a delightful game, and I needed to take this opportunity to share with everyone this game. Also, my players are the best. As you can all see, my players are objectively the best players in the tournament.
This is the best setup I think I've ever seen in Kusogrand8. So, question for you, how is this going to be tracked?
Yeah, so there is a sort of campaign. You're going to go to the house, find 12 seals. Once you find all 12 of them, you can beat the game. And after you beat the game, you're going to go into New Game Plus, and then try to get the highest score, because there is also a score.
Okay.
So that is how we're going.
So just to recap, they will be playing through the game once, and then on the New Game Plus, whoever gets the highest score, if they make it that far, will be the victor. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. I like that. Well, let me go ahead and check with the players to see if they are ready to go. I love this setup. This is hilarious.
Right? Like I said, my players are literally the best. make it to the match room on time, they get set up quickly, they give me the wonderful puppy images. Or can you want?
I just love this.
I think Steve's is so good though. With it actually looks like he's licking the ice cream.
Yeah, it's perfect. All of this is perfect. Spring God will need to take the tennis ball down, but that's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh. All of them are ready to roll. Are you, DeWolf?
I am always ready. Am I? I'm ready right now anyways.
Perfect. Well, let me go ahead and get the countdown going. What would be good emotes for chat to spam? Obviously, anything.
Doggo! Anything with doggos, anything with petting.
Okay, puppers.
I guess other animals too are acceptable. But mostly puppies. Show me your puppies.
Yes.
Not any puppy emotes on Twitch. So if nothing else, you have Frank or Z.
I can't believe we are having this as a competitive game, and I love it. As soon as I see movement in the game, I will start a timer. Spam your dogs! Spam them! The family moved in. Good job. Wow.
Puppy! I'm watching the wrong screen. I'm like 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, come on. I've got it up on Discord.
Yeah, no, I had the Discord up too, but I also had like the live stream up on another monitor, and I'm bad at this.
Okay, she's like, no party?
We don't have the things we need for the party. We're getting new things.
Okay, they gotta go get the party stuff. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel like there's trouble.
Yeah. So, they are into the game. So yeah, so this is Doronko Wanko, Mud Puppy. You are a puppy, you have mud, and you have a house. There's only one thing to do.
And that's to activate the Roomba to spread mud around the house. Will or J. Bradley already doing that?
That is an important thing to find.
We're into a very quick start here. Honestly, it's going to be a little bit difficult to tell who is winning until later on. Simply put, there's going to be a lot of progress in some ways and a lot of you'll see the score at the bottom shoot up a little bit erratically depending on how the players play.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's part of the process of learning how to destroy your new home.
Oh, it's an important thing to do when you enter a new home is figure out how to destroy it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what home ownership is all about, you know? This is why they don't let millennials own houses.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's the word.
I mean, technically, I'm not the one setting the prices.
I mean, I thought you owned a home, so you said a price.
Oh, I don't own a home, no.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Come on, look at me. I'm a Twitch streamer. You think I own a house?
I don't know, maybe.
The answer is no.
I mean, look at me. I live in California. You think I can afford a house?
Yeah, let's just say that no matter who you are, if you live in California, the odds are pretty low. Yeah.
Unless your family has lived here for generations, you don't own a home. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to sometime. That would be nice.
Oh wow, Willie or Jay Bradley has already found 4 seals. That is really quick progress.
Yeah, so the seals here, in order to actually get into the final room and complete the game, the players need to find all 12 seals, make them appear, and then go to the end of the game. After that, It will start New Game Plus. Technically, if you're going around having fun with the game, it's honestly about a 30 to 40 minute playthrough, just being dorky. But the players are racing here, so we could actually see a game completion relatively quickly.
Yeah, so and Bradley found the magic circle. Good job. Not a pentagram. It's not a pentagram. It has four sides. Not a pentagram. There's no pentagram in this game. There is no evil imagery in this game.
Yeah, this game is not satanic. It's by Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco is pretty satanic, let's be honest here.
Okay, maybe a little satanic, yeah. So, as you can tell, there are various types of goop that you can spread around. Miller J. Bradley taking the Mountain Dew all over here. That's always a good strat, you know. Got orange juice. Spring God really sticking with the mud. As far as I'm aware, there's no upside or downside to the various types of paint that you have, but there will be certain items later on that will help the players.
Yeah, Bradley figuring out that you can just grab the wine bottle and start spraying extra paint everywhere. That actually is really important because it's going to really speed up your ability to find things quickly. And like 8 out of 12, I expected players to be finished with their first playthrough in like the 20 to 30 minute range. And we're 3 minutes in. Bradley is just tearing through this.
I mean, you gave this to 10-point players, Wolf. I'm not too surprised.
4 minutes in.
I'm not too surprised at all. Like, wait, how fast is the speed run for any percent for this game?
Any percent is like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But glitchless is like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or no skips is the correct phrasing.
No skips is about 10 minutes. Wait, we could possibly see a no skips completion that beats the world record.
I mean, there's quite a bit left in the game, right? Ooh, but we've unlocked the elephant. This is one of my favorite items. It's not most powerful, but it's so good.
Yeah, who unlocked it?
Oh, Bradley.
Oh, okay,
oh, yeah,
gotcha.
I should mention this. Yeah, so we do have a score right now. As your score goes up, you unlock more stuff. Some of that includes the wheels on the train, which Brad has already completed as well. My goodness.
Yeah. Now, of course, this match is being tracked by referees. We have a group helping out here. The referees for this match are Buster Missile, Jerry Eris, Fluffy Chaosbringer, Blasnus Mendez, Clades, and Linkura. Honestly, New Game Plus is going to be the main determination here. I feel like we are going to get to New Game Plus relatively quickly. Like, this is not a very long game. It's a goofy, dorky game. And actually, I think this captures quite a bit of the essence of Kusoge in a different way. Usually, you know, we call this the bad video game tournament, but I like to embrace the wider variety of Kusoge, which often deals with weird, strange stuff rather than necessarily straight up bad.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's just basically someone had an idea of what if a dog was just making a house messy, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, it has that Katamari Damacy feeling, right? Of just like trying to go in and, yeah, I don't know, like just taking a normal environment and turning it into a game in a way you didn't expect.
Oh yeah, I also love that, like, while the mother is home here and she occasionally appears in different places, she's always asleep. She has no idea what's going on.
I don't think I've seen her move. Does she move?
Yeah, I've seen her.
Oh, wow.
I've seen her in the kitchen, in her bed, on the stairs.
I never saw her in her bed. Oh,
really?
Interesting. Anyways, congratulations on destroying the wine cellar, Bradley.
Yeah. When the wine explodes, you get a really good score boost. Honestly, as the players play during this intro area, they probably do want to keep in mind, like, what things have been giving the most points at the bottom.
Yep.
It doesn't matter right now, but it will in New Game Plus.
Yeah, so one thing you might be noticing is there's a whole bunch of, like, little paw prints around. Those lead to seals. They're always hints that direct you to seals. And so basically, like, we're watching Bradley run around trying to figure out which set of paw prints he missed. And I have no idea. which one he's missed. Because
I bet I know, because there is a seal where you have to go all the way upstairs and use a fan, in order to boost.
Yep, that's probably it.
And in order to get that fan to appear, you have to deal a certain amount of damage. There we go. Willard J. Bradley has found the fan that if you shake, you got to interact with it first. You got to actually activate the fan.
Gotta boot the fan.
Yep. And once you do, then Willard J. Bradley, you're going to be shaking in front of it and causing the seal to appear over on the wall there. It takes quite a bit of muck in order to actually do that, though. So we might see collecting paint and stuff for a little while before Willard can make it appear. But this is absolutely the correct strat. It's just kind of stupid. Like, this is the seal I don't love the most.
I feel like I did it fairly quickly. I can't remember how. I might have just had.
There we go.
I mean, I spent a lot of time just like painting everything, so I had very powerful items. Anyways, that's the 12th seal for Bradley. So Bradley has opened the door, and now can go beat the game. So it's going to be a sub 10-minute completion. GG's.
I mean, I'm completely okay with that, because
I'm
we
okay
have
with it too. I'm just amazed.
We have the tiebreaker coming up, which is
the other three
score.
players are more like what I expected. Cake.
Okay, and as soon as you interact with the cake, you complete the game. There we go. Willard J. Bradley has completed it in about 9 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, so now he gets to enjoy the credits, which is exactly as good as it should be. Just continue painting, it's fine. So we can focus on the other players, because I've lost track. So we're at 6 out of 12 for Test Steve. Parasite is Steve? I don't know how I'm supposed to read that.
I say Parasite Steve, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that makes more sense, yeah. Lady Rex just hit her 10th. Not sure. Sprint God, I'm not sure at all where he is.
Yeah, now the main question is, how long will it take Willard J. Bradley to figure out how to deal the most chaos in New Game Plus? Like, Lady Rex has already figured out quite a bit of, like, spreading chaos. Parasite Steve as well. Sprint God has not been causing quite as much. I think he's been doing more exploring and less destruction, which is fine for first playthrough.
I mean, he is at 8 out of 12, which is the most of them.
That's the most important point.
He's trying to brute force getting up there. You're supposed to just go around. You're just supposed to use these other... There we go, there we go. You found the other boxes. This is what happens when you leave a lonely palm alone. So, how could you have done this to your palm?
Yeah.
Oh?
So,
how do you shorten it? I guess it'd be palm.
So there is a speed run for category for all gifts. What exactly is all gifts?
Those are like the awards you get as you get more money, right?
Okay, so that wasn't an all gifts run that Willard J. Bradley had. That was just an any percent run, which is still, like, for a blind playthrough, pretty dang good.
Yeah, no, that was zooming. Anyway, so his money will be reset to 0 in New Game Plus, but he starts with all the items, and even including the minigun.
Yeah, so right now Willard's job is to just make as much filth as possible in order to rack up the highest dollar amount possible.
Yeah, so he can pick up a second item while also using the minigun, because his mouth is still free, so hopefully he figures that out and doubles up.
Yeah.
No, he's just going to run around and destroy everything.
Yeah, and as it turns out, there's a lot in this house to destroy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You know,
Oh yeah,
know...
Lady Rex also has finished the game.
Yep.
So 2 quick completions, 2 players to go.
Honestly, I will be shocked if the winner doesn't score at least $20 million worth of damage.
It seems likely, yeah.
I'm saying that it'll be pretty obvious why I say that amount, even though the dollar amount is pretty low at the moment. You all will see what happens, okay?
Yep.
And yes, this is free on Steam. You are more than welcome to play it. Like, I'd recommend giving this a shot. It's just a goofy playground.
It is well worth it. It is well worth your time. It's only going to last like an hour, and it is one of the best hours I've spent. So,
at least recently.
Absolutely play it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had better hours in my life. It's just, it was a very decent hour. I'm trying to remember, because you and I have been practicing with a couple other people for a board game that we submitted to GDQ, and we were talking about this game in that chat, and you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta play this, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta give this out in Kusogrand8.
Yeah, it was Ritz Blues who introduced us both to this.
So
yeah. Huge shout out to Ritz Blues for pointing us in this direction.
Yeah. Now, Parasite Steve and Sprinkgod are still getting closer to finishing the game. Sprinkgod just got 10 out of 12 seals. And honestly, it doesn't really matter until they get to the end of the game.
Absolutely, yeah. There's tons of time for people to be catching up.
Yeah. Willard J. Bradley is causing a lot of chaos, and what is going to be most important at some point is that summoning circle. Lady Rex getting into New Game Plus as well. This is where the score matters a lot. Also, refs, I know that you are trying to keep the score updated. It is going to keep going up the entire time. Yeah, so
yeah.
Like, if you're trying to keep track of it in the ref scoring area, realize there are a lot of updates. Honestly, hitting certain milestones like 100,000 is probably a good thing to note. Otherwise, don't worry about keeping it 100% accurate.
Yeah, so something I actually didn't try, one of the refs mentioned is that you can touch the king again. Does that reset you in New Game Plus as well?
I haven't done that. I haven't done that.
Well, I will warn folks not to do that then.
Yeah, I would say I don't know what happens when you touch the cake in New Game Plus, because I haven't gone and done that, but you should definitely tell them in New Game Plus, don't risk it. Don't risk ending the game. And there we go, Parasite Steve on to the credits as well. Everyone except for Sprinkgod currently working towards New Game Plus and working to getting that high score. Right now, Willard J. Bradley is in the lead with $77,000 worth of damage. Lady Rex has about $32,000. She's making up quite a bit of time. Not only is she using the Gatling gun, but she is spreading all sorts of filth everywhere.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she is very quickly racking up money. 40K already.
Yeah, I mean, the wine cellar is a really great place because when you explode the wine, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I wonder if it's worth waiting on the wine cellar for when you, you flood it eventually, and that's going to pre-mopping the place, maybe a little much.
Yeah. Lady Rex is taking her time in making sure that everything is coated with filth. Willard J. Bradley is a little bit more of a chaos elemental, though. He's going all over the place, returning to places. I'm not sure what the best strategy is. I mean, we've got a full hour of trying to destroy this house. And at some point, I think it's going to get to where the players are like, I'm having a hard time getting more points. It'll take a little while to get there, I believe, but, you know, I feel like that is going to happen.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have players into the millions and just struggling to get those last couple dollars. That's really gonna be. It's gonna be Final Jeopardy style. Everything's gonna come down to the last 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But that is. There's a reason why Final Jeopardy does that, or so I'm told.
Yeah. Now, Sprint God. Honestly, the strategy here is really just do what you need in order to finish that little bit and, you know, find that final seal and complete it. I think that Sprint God is looking for the fan that blows the mud up onto the wall.
He is hoping that he gets hints in the badges, and I'm not actually sure if they give you any practical hints on how to beat the game. Like, these are bonus objectives mostly, and they're certainly giving you some hints for bonus objectives, but for just beating the game, you just gotta look for those pop-ups, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now, Willard is up to $131,000. Lady Rex at, what is that, 83.93?
Oh, wow, yeah. Yep, that is what it is.
Yeah,
so
Lady Rex is catching up very quickly. I think that her being thorough in the different rooms and making sure that everything is basically coated in mud and paint.
Not having to come back up to these rafters, definitely a good play.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what item she has that's like doing the black paint, but it's working really well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I know that you can coat yourself in black paint, but, like, is she carrying something around in her mouth that spreads it?
I think so, because she's got 3 types of paint, right? She's got the minigun, she's got whatever's in her mouth, and she's got actual normal spray.
Yeah.
And Sprint God is at 11 out of 12. It's almost certainly the fan upstairs is the one he's missing. But he's
So right now, everybody is on New Game Plus except for Sprint God. It is between those 3 players for first, second, and third. Sprint God currently in fourth. Everything could change, though. Honestly, it's not going to be over until it's over.
Yeah, I think Sprint God saw the puppy prints, but he can't figure out how to get paint up there. So he really just needs to literally climb the stairs that are right over there. There was one earlier that also involved the fan. So hopefully he remembers that.
Okay, there are the stairs. Okay, there we go. Good. Unfortunately, Sprint God, I believe that's the incorrect way to get the final.
Yeah, you can see the fan on his screen.
No! Okay, there's the fan. Sprint God sees it. Okay, turning it on, and I believe this is going to be almost a completion as soon as Sprint God manages to do this.
He's just getting more paint. Okay.
Yeah, that's understandable. You want to... There we go. The final seal. The door has been opened, and it's time to go ruin the cake.
I think you mean perfecting the cake?
I'm not going to eat it. I would eat it before the dog messed with it.
I mean, sure, if we're being, all sanitary and stuff, I guess.
My gosh. You know what? Growing up, my family had a Pomeranian, and one of my favorite memories is that we left home for a while, and we came back and saw that my mother saw that there was a message on the answering machine, and she played it, and it was hours of barking. Somehow the Pomeranian had gotten up on the counter and hit the record button on the answering machine and just ran around the house and barked for hours. And that's all there was. It was just a tape full of this freaking barking dog. Pomeranians are some of the most annoying dogs in the world, I swear. But it was pretty funny.
The smaller ones are more aggressive. It's true. They just they can't hurt you, so people don't think of them as being scary. But
well, they're not scary.
Chihuahua, I've gotten bitten by so many more Chihuahuas than any other breed by a lot.
I don't think
owners keep saying that they're being cute. I'm like, no, thank you.
I don't think I've ever been bitten by a dog. I did have to stick something out for the dog to bite instead of me, but other than that, no.
So it's like I don't know, a friend brings a dog over to game night and you pet the dog and you stop petting it because it's your turn in the game, and then the dog is just very upset because it wants more pets. And then they give you a little nibble, and I'm like, no nibbles. Nibbles were bad.
Bad nibbles. Well, Willard is doing a good job of holding on to this lead. We've got $223,000 worth of damage. Lady Rex at about $161,000, getting the train going, though. And honestly, opening up some of these areas in order to cause damage in them is helpful, especially since Lady Rex found the statue. The statue has been summoned.
Well done. I'm actually not 100% you have. Oh, and Bradley got it too, right in a row. I'm not actually sure what you have to do besides summon the summoning circle. I'm not sure what the other actions actually make it spawn, but I think it's hard to make it not spawn, and it gives you so much money. It is a very expensive statue. Yeah,
basically, if you do not unlock this statue, you do not win this match. That's the rule. That statue is worth 20 million on its own, and there we go. Willard has gotten all of the money possible out of it. Yeah, so that's something that Sprint God and Parasite Steve will both need to find. Lady Rex will need to go and find it eventually, but she has unlocked the statue. I have no doubt she's going to get that $20 million out of it. And yeah, all 4 players are on to New Game Plus now. Sprint God hopping into it, and all of the items will be unlocked from the very beginning. The biggest thing, though, is how can you consistently deal damage throughout this game? How can you keep racking up the points once you feel like you've gotten almost everything?
Yeah, Lady Rex is down by 2 million. Or by 20 million, but that 20 million is literally just the one statue, and when she does, she's within 20,000, and it's going that. So that lead is going to evaporate
within 10,000. Yeah,
popping this house.
Honestly, getting a high score early is less important than getting consistent damage all throughout this house. I feel like Lady Rex's strategy is going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah, I think Bradley still hasn't figured out that he can equip a second item in his mouth, and that's really a problem for trying to efficiently do everything. I think everyone else has 2 items, but he only has 1.
Yeah, it's...
So Sprint God... Oh no, Sprint God didn't grab any of the items from the start.
Really?
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah, that's not great. You want those items.
Yeah, having... That's a really weird choice. I mean, you can't help but see those items are very obvious when you start New Game Plus. So missing that is a huge disadvantage for Sprint God. Hopefully he is able to go and rectify the situation, because if not, I don't see any way that he can catch back up. Willard J. Bradley, by the way, at 20,239,000. However, Lady Rex is at 20,271,000, moving into the lead. We do have an official lead change as far as I can tell.
Yeah, amazing comeback. Just clearly someone has painted a house before.
I've done a little house painting before.
But have you painted a fence?
I'm trying to think.
Have you paid someone for the privilege of painting their fence?
I have never.
Have you been Tom Sawyer?
I have never dealt with a fence that needed painting, so no. I've dealt with chain link fences. You don't paint those. Barbed wire fences. Don't paint those.
Why are you dealing with a barbed wire fence?
Because I lived in a rural area in Utah where there were cattle on the other side, okay? You don't want
need barbed wire to stop cattle? Maybe you do.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, it pokes them and they're like, ow. Well, never mind.
Is that the only way maybe that's the only good way to stop cattle from escaping? I don't know.
Well, they like to lean against stuff, and if they lean against fences, they'll break them because they're fat. So, yeah, barbed wire is to dissuade them from leaning on the fence. Yep.
Makes sense. There are...
I've also gotten poked and probably bled more than once from barbed wire fences. I don't know, sometimes it does need to cross the fence, and it turns out...
You know, I'm with the cows. You
yeah.
don't cross a barbed wire fence.
Oh, I've done it many times. It's fine, just be careful. And, you know, realize that your clothes are probably going to get snagged at some point, and if they do, don't yank because you're going to tear your clothes. Don't rip your clothes crossing a fence.
I do not disagree. I really hope Trinkai goes back to the living room and just gets his super soaker, because no, he doesn't stand a chance without items.
Yeah, there is no hope if Springcod is not using items here.
He does have a Roomba. Roombas are also pretty good, but they're not a super soaker.
Yeah, there are multiple Roombas that you can unlock that just, as soon as you activate them, they go and spread all of the mess that you have. Very helpful items, you know.
The Japanese version is the line for that, because this game is 100% Japanese, so there is an English dub, but they're all but, and in the Japanese version, he actually says, "Good job, my kohai," at the Roomba, and it's just so cute. Parasite Steve, excuse me, has also summoned his copy of the giant Pomeranian statue, so he'll be shooting up to 20 million soon.
Very, very nice. With that said, is that already $800,000 worth of damage?
He must have hit the statue with a...
Oh,
he hit the statue out of the corner.
Definitely got the statue a little bit.
There's no... I don't think there's 800,000 total of money in the rest of the level, but hey, there might be. Lady Rex is already over 300K.
I mean, in today's economy, this house is definitely millions.
Oh, Bradley went down to the cake room.
No, Lady Rex is a bit in the lead at this point.
They're swapping back and forth.
20,316,000. Yeah, it's going back and forth between these two quite a bit. Parasite Steve is definitely catching up, though, and Spring God still has not collected any of the items to help except for the elephant.
He got the watering can, I think? Yeah, he's got the elephant watering can. So that is something. That is absolutely better than nothing.
Yeah.
But it is not a super soaker.
The Gatling gun is a little very helpful here. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how much Lady Rex has been pushing forward in this. We've got just under half an hour left. This house is getting thoroughly destroyed, and I honestly have no idea how the end game is going to go here, you know? What are they going to do in order to squeeze out the final dollars in order to get a high score?
Parasite Eve has figured out a nice angle for actually painting straight up into the roof. That's nice. I didn't think you'd get that angle. But yeah, no, just so much stuff left to do.
Yeah. Chat does want to know Willard has switched to a different item. I believe we are to the whale. The whale is a pretty good item as well. It shoots straight up as opposed to the Gatling gun that shoots at an angle.
Yeah, that might be good for getting some more...
if you're going for the roof, yeah.
Location. Or just more edges that you haven't been able to get with that Super Soaker. But yeah, Sprint God has finally gone back and picked up the Super Soaker. Thank goodness.
Oh, there is hope again for Spring God.
yeah, no, there is, like, if he finds a good way to make money, or lose money, I suppose, might be the better term. Yeah, we could very easily.
Yeah, I also
see,
love how chill this music is. It's so calm.
It really is. Oh, and Bradley, the Roombas in the living room make such good art. They really do. Like, it's just my favorite screenshot of this game is just looking down from the stairs on top of the Roombas, like on how the Roombas in the living room.
I love
gorgeous.
I love the notes from our refs, by the way, because Lady Rex is currently rated Box Officer Barker. Okay. We've got Parasite Steve as the Filthy Pup, Filthy Rich. Springcod rated as Found It. Okay. And Willard J. Bradley rated as over 320K. Yeah, it's... Oh, I love our refs, seriously. Thank you for all of the help as well as all of the laughs. I don't know, every once in a while I just need something to look at that gives me a chuckle. And the ref sheet is
having a happy time with this match. The players, the refs, hopefully chat's having a good happy time too.
Yeah, this game, like, honestly, it's one of those bite-sized games. I wish we had more bite-sized games, you know? I feel like this is something that... if I could like give a couple dollars on itch or something for it, I would love to support them because it's just a perfect cute playground. But it's also by Bandai Namco, and they make a lot of very big games.
So I think what happened is Namco basically took an indie project or a school project or something and just published it officially. I don't think they were actually like involved in the creation of the game. But yeah, like this is the sort of thing that you might have used to find on Newgrounds back in the day for just a little flash game that's 30 minutes to an hour, but just sort of has a concept and nails it. And there's unfortunately not really great places to find that. Well, itch.io is sort of in that same vein. I feel like I hear about it less than I heard about Newgrounds back in the day. Like Newgrounds was huge back in the day. For any of y'all who are young in the chat.
Oh yeah.
But well, itch.io is just sort of like a thing that exists and you go there sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. But also like putting games on Steam is easy. So, there's a ton of things like this that just if you bother looking around enough and usually it's very rare to find something that's literally free on Steam, but in general.
Yeah, there are a handful of games on Steam that are free that are absolutely must play. This, I would say, is one of them. It's silly. It's such a fun little concept. Yeah, from what I can see, like the publisher is Phoenix with 2 X's, Phoenix Incorporated. And yeah, their focus is specifically like very small games and unique games. Yeah, 2 X's, yeah.
No techies is what I'm hearing here.
They've got some weird, like, cat sumo game. I don't know what that is. It's called
sumo?
It's called Nyanvi.
Oh my god, that's incredible. I'm going to have to check out that game just based on the title. I have not. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, that one is $10. Like, they actually charge for most of the games that they have here, but this is one of their free games. They've got one called Nado Lot that's also free. Boomerode, which is free.
It's just all Japanese puns. I am okay with this.
Yeah, I honestly... I love how many puns exist in Japanese. It's like...
It is a good language for puns. But,
yeah.
God, so I made a pun at work in front of my coworkers who are not native English speakers. And they just stared at me confused for 15 seconds until they finally got it. And it was the most awkward moment at work.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm just like... I want them to share in the glory of puns. And by glory, I mean pain. Like, I don't want to exclude them from this, but also, they struggle with puns. So, like, what do you do in that situation? Ooh, canning. But what do you do in that situation?
Yeah, my my theory with puns is that, like, at least earlier on, I was pretty known in speedrunning for puns, and I'm very much like a comedian type person. Like, if a bit gets old, I'm more than willing to abandon it. So in general, like, sure, if a pun strikes me, I'll go ahead and bring it back, but, or, you know, I'll go ahead and say it, but otherwise, you know, I want to be, I want to have more unique comedy. I want to have different types of entertainment, you know, and I'll let other people do the puns because people know me too much for that. I want to surprise people, keep you on your toes.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Mind you, I've also read, oh my gosh, I did professional improv. I've read books on comedy, like Del Wolf. Yeah, there are a few things that I would consider myself at least somewhat an expert in, and I would say that's part of it. A little bit, like, I mean, Kusogrand8 is a bad video game tournament, but honestly, I think most of why I like it is because we've got silly games playing, and then we have stupid commentary.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Yeah, unfortunately, humor is not something I'm an expert at. I am just a failure.
You're feeling pretty good at it, though.
I mean, thanks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so players are looking at badges. Badges are mostly they're like fun things you can do. They're not connected to damages. Like, I know one of the ones that Bradley is missing is for making a big jump, which is just if you like jump from the highest point all the way down to the ground and take no fall damage. Because why would there be fall damage in video games? Fall damage is wrong. There should never be fall damage.
Okay, y'all saw Tarzan the last match where you could die if you fell too far? Yeah, that's stupid. This dog is...
I mean, I was more thinking of a tomato game where I love that game actually because I tested that for Omega and I thought it was super fun. But like,
wasn't that... How many prototypes have we had this weekend? How many free or prototype games, things that weren't released, or like we've had so many. It's been a blast.
I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, I love prototypes. They're very important when it comes to conserving education. When it comes to seeing, you know, how progress is made in development work. Prototypes give you insight into what the developers did, how far they made it, what their struggles were, you know, specifically what didn't actually get finished and needed improvement, or maybe even insight into something that was a doomed project that had some interesting ideas, but, you know, the flaws were just so big that there was no way to overcome them. I think that most of the prototypes that we've seen this weekend, though, actually could have been released, or were very close to being released and just needed a little bit more polish. That freaking Bill's Tomato game being one of them for the Genesis.
So, I mean, Bill's Tomato game, yeah, it's weird that one didn't get released. As I don't think a prototype was finished that late.
Spring God on top of the golden statue in order to shoot the walls. That is definitely a worthwhile strat.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, he got some good money off that. He is not far from third place. He's made up a lot of ground.
Yeah, I'd also say that
it's hard for him to catch up the Lady Rex at this point, but the Lady Rex is just with that thoroughness and figuring out how to like use the emo button to get special angles with the gun. Like he is just really mashing with
this. The emo button is it doesn't seem like it should help, but it can.
I will freely admit I never tried using the emo button to get good angles.
Yeah, well, like anything that you can do in order to get a different angle, that is what's helpful. And the emote button, there are a few different emotes that your doggy can do, and some of them will angle this gun a little bit higher. At the same time, there are various items that you can put on that are going to shoot straight up rather than at the angle that this gun has.
The roof of this building, or roof of the wine cellar, though. And maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, the emote function in the wine cellar might be the best option to cover the roof. Yeah. This is fascinating. I love the meta strategies that they have to develop here in order to actually deal with the full hour. Because an hour is too long to, like, really play this game casually, but competitively, like...
I mean, you could go badge hunting.
And Spring God is actually going badge hunting.
I think he assumes that they're connected to money, which isn't a bad assumption.
Well,
in a lot of games, that would be how it works. It's just not kind of the case here.
Well, I'll tell you the advantage here. The badges will at least give you an indication of damage that you haven't done. So if you have a place with several badges that are locked, that means, bam, you can probably go there and cause a lot of chaos and get a decent score there.
That's a good point.
I don't know if it's necessary, but I can understand the reasoning here, and I think that it's a smart move.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed. I really thought things would slow down by this point. So Lady Rex is just continuing to find thousands of dollars worth of damage that she can deal in every room.
Lady Rex is saying something in chat that's a little bit odd. She says she believes she's soft-locked and can't actually get to the cake room, but that it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter if she can get to the cake room or not. I'm not sure how she can't get in there, because I didn't see her being near it when she was typing, near the door when she was typing that. Maybe she forgot where the door is. It's possible.
Yeah. With that said, of course, the new game plus run doesn't matter whether or not you can get there, except that you can cause damage in that room. And that's really the biggest advantage. You just don't want to end the game. If they've been told not to end the game.
Yeah, they should have all seen that warning by this point, hopefully. None of them have ended the game, at any rate. But yeah, if she's getting this total when she skipped the room, because I know I saw Bradley enter that room in New Game Plus, I'm just even more amazed. Or maybe she entered it and left and it's not letting her back in for some reason. That might be the case. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You can go into the party room. You just cannot interact with the cake. You can shoot the cake, but do not interact with it because that will roll the credits and their run is done.
We don't know, and we are playing it safe because none of the people who tested the game thought to try interacting with the cake again. And then one of our referees mentioned in chat, "Hey, do we know what happens if this happens?" And we're like, "No, we don't."
This is partly why I love the referees because.
Thanks to Buster Curry for having that inspiration and asking that question.
Yeah, the referee team has just been amazing, and sometimes they come up with questions that we hadn't asked. That was something that I had thought about earlier, but I never thought to bring it up. I don't know.
Oh, apparently, Lady Rex has not found the 12th seal on New Game Plus. So she still has to unlock the room.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's at 11 out of 12, so that's why it's not opening. But also, she has found some random spot in the wall that is giving her $7,000. So I think she's good.
Yeah, it's not really a concern. Parasite Steve, what is that mess that you have? Oh my gosh, this doesn't even look like a house anymore.
It's beautiful.
I don't know if that's the right word for it, but...
I do.
Oh, okay.
I wish the late game items weren't brown. I wish it were. I wish late game items were like hot pink or something. But still, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this is honestly really fascinating. I want to know how high the score can go. Honestly, this is. Did Lady Rex clip into a floor somewhere? Okay, she's out. She's out. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
I don't know how she did that.
Again, I fully support bite-sized games, and this is a bite-sized game. There may be a couple issues or a couple things that are not perfect. But that's fine. Like, you don't have to have everything perfect.
In much more expensive games than this. And we got out. We got out of the floor. It's all good.
This is cheap as free.
I meant more in like terms of AAA development games.
Oh,
which
yeah,
are...
yeah. Like, no, there are plenty of games that have tons more bugs that you pay a lot of money for. I'm not saying that, like, every game should be free of bugs. In fact, I don't think that the number of bugs correlates to whether or not a game is good or not, you know?
Which, the next time you feel embarrassed because your game has a bug in it, just remember that Final Fantasy VI, evasion doesn't work. Just remember that they missed something that huge in one of the biggest games of its day.
One of the core mechanics doesn't work, yes.
Yeah,
and most people
that game
don't
is
notice.
One of the most popular, one of the highest regarded games of all time. Bugs are not the biggest deal.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know that there's been a lot of discussion lately about people publishing or like sending out unfinished games, and like I sort of understand you want the game to be in a playable state when you release, but I'm also a lot more forgiving for something that's experimental or ambitious, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, as much as people love to rag on Skyrim, I'm okay with the dragons like flailing about in the sky. I think it's funny. Do it. Come on, dragons.
I mean, Skyrim has enough of a budget that they really should probably spend more time doing polish before release. That's one. Like the fact that Bethesda always has these issues every time is my frustration there. Like it very consistently just feels like you should have spent another month or two in the oven before being released.
Yeah. I mean, that could have taken a little while to cook, but the flailing dragons, I have no problem with. Go ahead and flail away, you dragons. I love
there's gonna be bugs. If the bugs are funny and you got enjoyment out of those bugs, like this is
Yeah,
fine.
there are other things that I'd like you to focus on. Don't worry about those dragons, okay? Flailing dragons, fine. You know, actually making inspirational quests, that might be a bigger issue, in my opinion. You know, like, I appreciate the idea of having procedurally generated quests, or, like, simply put, I've played a lot of roguelikes. I've played a lot of stuff that, like, it's just go to a dungeon and fight it, and those games are fine, but at the same time, if you're trying to have the most ambitious thing ever, give me some inspiration behind it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Lady Rex is dealing a lot of damage, but is starting to get to the point where it's not as much of a return. She's shooting through the door.
She needs to find the 12th seal, and she just doesn't.
But she was shooting through the door and actually getting money using that method.
Oh, okay, that was. Oh, what happened? That is something strange happened with reflections there. That was weird.
A lot of strange things have been happening with reflections, you know?
That is fair. But yeah, no, she really just needs, like, the game tells her if she stands still for, yeah, it's 11 out of 12. You've got to find that 12th one. Not sure why she threw her items on the ground, though.
I don't know. Let's see what she is planning here. Maybe she's just trying to get this final seal here.
Well, she got that.
There we go. Final seal unlocked. Just
no, she had never painted that one.
No
right
activating the cake. You activate the cake, and that is pretty much the end of your run. That is the run killer. We have warned the players.
We don't want her to do that. We don't want her to do that.
Okay. But she's picking the gun back up. Good idea.
Always bring a gun with you when exploring a basement. I think that's just good life. I think it's just good life choice in general.
The rainbow afro wig is a very good one as well. Okay, here she is in the room. That's what this place is called.
I'm here to confirm if you actually get the cake on a New Game Plus, it does reset everything.
Okay,
so
good. No, thank you for confirming that.
Yeah, thank you,
I was
Corn
playing
Dad.
this with Mini Corn, and he thinks this is a great game.
I am glad I've made Mini Corn's day then.
Mini Corn is right. This game is fantastic.
And if he likes the game and not because like I'm falling over dead, right? I'm gonna question why we put this in Kusogrand8.
It's silly.
Weird.
It is very weird.
Yeah,
But
like I
actually,
want
it's
more
less
of
weird
this
than
kind
you
of
think.
Kusoge here.
My grandmother had a Pomeranian when I was growing up, and if you left him alone, this is absolutely what would have happened to him. He would go
Yeah.
get a
Nice.
Gatling gun.
I mean, Mud Puppy is a suitable name for this game.
Yeah, Mud Puppy is literally the translation
Yeah.
of
Yep,
the
and
words.
it's
Doronko?
very much. It's perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, Doronko is like muddy. Doro is mud. The ko is just kind of like makes. It's like the Ella ending in Italian or something like that. And then Wanko, like Wan is literally woof. It's literally the sound that a dog makes. And then ko is sort of like literally child there. But it means it's used for like puppy. So like koi.
So it's like
Koinu
mud
is
puppy.
Yeah, Koinu is the normal word for puppy, but Wanko is sort of like the it's easy. It's a fun word for puppy.
Well, we are in the final stretch here. Oh my gosh, this match has just flown by, Wolf. I love this.
Yeah, and Lady Rex, after finding that basement room, now has a $100,000 lead. But Parasite Seed, within 50 grand of overtaking Bradley for second place.
Very nice. Sprint God took a much longer time to complete the base game, and I think that unfortunately has put him in a position where he just can't come back. But you know, you gotta push.
You gotta push.
Yeah, and you don't know how everybody else has done. Willard just completed the game super fast, but the Lady Rex passed him up.
I mean, Lady Rex is the pro painter, 100%.
You know what I learned real quick when I started my new Game Plus? If I got the gun and the trophy and the whale, right, it was basically unstoppable. I finished at like 20 mil, like 450,000, and I didn't like finish painting everything.
There's so it's a big house. Okay.
It's an expensive house.
I know. Well, I mean, it had a giant gold statue. I'd actually say that, like,
did the family like pay for the gold statue because it's like we summoned it through a definitely not satanic ritual.
yeah, but you
like-
can sell the statue for at least half of its value. You're at least
but you
getting
didn't.
10 million out of it.
Yeah, but like if you didn't pay for it and you have a homeowner's insurance, like how does this work? Is this count as insurance fraud, or is it like you own something that's worth that much money so they still have to pay insurance on it?
I don't know. I think mud permanently damages gold.
I don't know, and I'm not going to try to find out. Not running that experiment.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Tell Mini Corn. Never mind. Corndan left.
You can't tell Minicorn anything.
Fine. Don't tell Minicorn anything. Okay. No. Hi, Minicorn. I hope you like the game. This game is like, okay, so I've seen some people saying like, I'm surprised this is on Kusogrand8. And honestly, I think that it's a bit of a surprise for me, and it's a happy surprise. Even though like you and I went back and forth a little bit and talked about it, and you said, I want to give this game out. I was like, you know, this is very much a silly game that is absolutely a good game, but because of how silly and ridiculous it is, it fits very well here. And
It's good to mix things up.
I like to have the biggest definition when it comes to Kusoge, you know, not just limited to specifically terrible games, but embrace the weird. Come on, let's be weird, everybody. You want to be weird with
Bradley
me?
is getting a lot of money here suddenly at the very end. Well, it's still down almost 100 grand, but just jumped 10K right there, and I'm not sure what he was painting. I'm not sure how this is making him so much money, but it's working out pretty well.
I don't know.
Just chilling on top of the Roomba.
Chat brought up the idea of 5B matches, and Wolf, we've got a bit of a history in Kusogrand8 where when we got to round 5 and people or in the group stage, and there were some people who literally could not get enough points, we would have silly games in general, and this definitely fits within that realm.
This would have been a perfect fit for 5P games. But we haven't done those in the past couple of years, mostly because the tournament's gotten so big that it's hard to make time for matches for people who can't make the bracket stage.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, that just means sometimes your Kuso game will secretly be a fun game, and you're just going to have to accept that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. With that said, we are very possibly going to have some exhibition matches in the future. Yeah, we are plotting. Don't worry, chat. There are plans.
Oh no! First I'm plotting committing crimes in MTG, and now I'm plotting committing crimes in Kusogrand8.
No, not crimes.
Wait, I can't commit crimes? Are you sure? I want to commit a crime.
No, only the devs can commit crimes. Which we have had a few, like, literal crimes on Kusogrand8. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, just chilling on the Roomba and spraying paint is definitely getting him a lot of money. It is kind of strange how much money this is making him.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta sit on the couch and make money. You know, it's...
I don't disagree with that statement. I do not disagree.
This doggy is so squeaky sometimes. Here we are into the final stretch, the final minute. Can anybody pass Lady Rex? I'm gonna say no. I do not think there is time or ability. The places are going to be pretty straightforward here. Lady Rex in first, Willer J. Bradley second, Parasite Steve third, and Sprint God fourth. We have made a mess of this house, a beautiful, terrible mess, and I love it.
Yep. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, no, I can't wait to find out how she felt about this game and how she felt about completely missing the 12th seal. It's like she's posted in Discord multiple times going like, what is going on? How can I not open? How is this door not open? And I'm just looking at that upper right corner of the screen. 11 out of 12, 11 out of 12.
And here we are. That is time. Throw your hands in the air, everybody, because Doronko Wanko is going to turn into Ponko. We are done with this match. Oh my gosh. With that said, Lady Rex definitely takes the victory today. Willard J. Bradley second, Parasite Steve third, and Sprint God fourth. That is the order. Let me go ahead and welcome Lady Rex into chat. Hello there, and congratulations on your victory in Doronko Wanko.
Game of the year. Game of the year. Game of the year every year.
Yeah, this game is amazing, and definitely stretches.
This game only came out like last month. I didn't even realize that until just now.
Yep. Yeah, I actually played it a little bit. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. It was earlier this week that I played it, and I was like, this is silly. I posted screenshots. Wolf played it, and he was like, I gotta give this out. And here we are. Yeah, this is a very recent game. And I would say that, like, this stretches to the other side of the spectrum when it comes to Kusogrand8 into the weird but extremely fun games. Like, this game, you know, it doesn't have much more content than what we've seen. We've seen basically all of the game, and I love it. I think that it's a perfect bite-sized game. It's fantastic.
Yeah, honestly, it was fun discovering various scoring techniques, like the fact that Gatling gun could clip through walls to paint the outside of the house, or the fact that I could more easily paint the ceilings by using the emotes.
It was a joy to watch you just break this game in half. Yeah.
Yeah, using the emotes, clipping through walls in order to shoot outside. Like, I really wondered how far people could stretch the game, because I wasn't really expecting to see more than like 20,400,000. That's more or less what I expected. And you got, how high was it? What was the
Around like
score?
20,600,000.
20,634,442 was your price.
I don't even know how, but even just standing still where I'm standing right now, in where I left myself, I'm earning I earned another $3,000 and rising. I don't even know what I'm painting anymore.
So your Roombas are painting the house too.
Oh,
and you
right,
get
the
money for that.
Roombas!
Yes.
I don't know how your Roomba got to a new location that's getting you that much money, but I assume that's what happened.
I wonder if the Roombas clipped out of bounds.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
That'd be hilarious.
Like, so Bradley,
I'm gonna leave it running in the background while we're talking so I can see how high it gets.
So Bradley at one point just jumped on a Roomba and started getting like a crazy amount of points suddenly. And I'm like, maybe jumping on the Roomba made it like sink slightly down and was starting to like paint the underneath the floor of the house. Now,
What?
So this is where my head's going now. This is my head going now.
That's actually an interesting idea. You know what? There's a Roomba right next to me. I'm willing to test that right now.
Please don't destroy your. Oh, in the game.
Oh, in the game?
in the game.
Yeah,
Why are you doing this on your actual Roomba in real life? Please don't destroy your house.
oh, yeah, you're just riding around on the Roomba. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know how it's earning. I don't even know where the points are coming from. Yeah, just Gatling whale trophy combo is so powerful for painting the house.
Yeah, it is. One of
It's
your advantages
great.
was that Bradley. So Bradley was the first one to beat the game, but he didn't realize he could equip 2 items. He only got the Gatling gun, and meanwhile you just had 2 items and were just like very quickly using that to.
Yeah, like the moment I saw the big spread, it's like, okay, it's like, okay, the Gatling gun is a Gatling gun. Of course I'm taking that. The whale painted a lot of stuff faster compared to the cannon, and this cup seems interesting. Oh, it's painting massive amounts of the ground. I'm keeping this.
Yep.
Yeah, I am
Yeah, Bradley's saying
very...
you can just
Oh, go ahead.
repaint the same spot. Oh. That's a good strat too, I guess.
Yeah, I think that like certain items tend to be higher value, like the televisions. I'm not sure if you can keep getting the additional bonus by painting them, but later on, like the final grind to get a high score it tended to be just like keep shooting everywhere, keep like just spread as much chaos as you can, and as long as you're having a decent amount of input with the multiple items that you had later X, you were able to keep getting a higher score.
Yeah, also, Willard mentioned something in the chat that I think might actually be what's going on. I think it's counting the changing of the colors on the ground
Yeah,
as
it might
like
be.
as like
Ooh.
studying spot and earning more points.
You may be right about that. I honestly haven't experimented with it that much. Like that's partly the fun of Kusogrand8, that we don't know the best way to get a high score, and you've got to figure that out because you're playing it and we're not.
Yeah, this game was so much fun, and just both in the pre-match of all of us just decorating the dogs, and during the actual match of just making an absolute mess as fast as possible.
Yeah, this has to be one of the most entertaining matches that we've had, at least in round 2, in my opinion. This is not a bad game. It is available for free. It's on Steam. It's weird, goofy, silly, and fun, and you're a Pomeranian causing chaos. And what else do you need in life? Really?
Exactly.
Well, Lady Rex, what are you doing these days? Are you streaming, or if not, playing anything fun that people should know about?
As per usual, I'm regularly on my friend Potent Chaos's stream on Wednesday. He's playing Pharma games. We recently got back to playing Roots of Pacha, and it has been as much fun as always.
Ooh, okay. I don't think I know that game.
Yeah, it's a farming sim, but it's like got like an early civilization theming, like kind of caveman times.
Caveman. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, you might have to like share a link with me or something about that game because I love to. I like weird games. I like games that I've never experienced before. I like going and playing games that I should have played ages ago but never had the chance. And I also like playing games where you're a mud puppy. That's great.
Mud puppy games are the best games.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much. And Doe Wolf, thank you for bringing this to Kusogrand8. I had a lot of fun today.
Glad you enjoyed it.
All right, see you both later. Take care, friends.
Take care. Also, I'm pretty
Bye.
sure I just found infinite money. I'm earning 23,000 and rising.
Ooh, infinite money glitch. That's what I
The
like.
best kind of money.
I want that. I want infinite money. Okay.
All right, have fun with the rest of the matches, everyone.
See you too.
Bye.
Bye. Well, everybody, we have 2 more matches today. I'm going to run a quick ad and run to the restroom. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink. We will be right back with more Kusogrand8 games.